Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series of SDSM College Palghar. I am Vilas sir, and today we are come up with a new topic from the chapter Rock and Soil. So today we are going to discuss about the soil profile, properties of soil and the function of soil. The soil profile, it can be defined as it is a representation of the succession of layer or horizon differentiated from one another but genetically related. Vertically section through the soil gives a clear picture of the soil profile. As you can see the diagram of different layers, it starts from the upper layer, it is a O, that means the organic horizon, A horizon, B horizon, C horizon, and last and the innermost layer it is a bedrock. O horizon composed of various undecomposed loose leaves organic residues. A horizon, it is a partially decomposed organic matter, and B horizon at the same. C horizon, it is a partially withered parent material. The layer A, B, C, it is collectively known as the regolith. Let's see the properties of soil. Every soil has some important properties, that is the physical, chemical and biological properties. Let's see the first physical properties. It indicates that the coarseness or the fineness of soil as determined by relative proportion of various soil separates, that is sand, silt and clay particles. The second most property of a soil is texture. Soil have a different amount of a soil like a sand, silt and clay particle in which they imparts the coarse or fineness. Depending on the amount of a particular particle, the soil is said to be sandy, loamy and clay. In a clay soil, a percentage of clay particle is more, whereas sand particles are higher in percentage. Depending upon the percentage of a sand, silt and clay, there can be intermediate classes of soil. Example, sandy loamy, clay loamy, silt loamy or silt clay and loamy sand. The classification of a soil separates as per the International Soil Science Society system. It is as follows. As you can see the chart where the name of soil it is separated and the diameter it is given. Sand particle have two types of soil: coarse sand, fine sand. The coarse sand it is almost 2 to 0.2 millimeter in diameter. Fine sand it is 0.2 to 0.002 in millimeter in diameter. Second, it is a silt particle. It is ranges 0.02 to 0.002 millimeter in diameter. Lastly, clay particle, it is less than 0.002. Let's see the structure of soil. On the basis of particle size, the soil texture is determined. Similarly, on the basis of the arrangement of soil separates in the soil aggregates, the structure of the soil is decided. As you can see the diagram, the first diagram, it is a plate like. The shape of soil particle is a platy and a laminar. Second is a prism like. The size and the shape, it is like a prismatic and the columnar. Third, it is a block like. The size is lesser than the prism and the plate like. It is a column or the block, it is formed like a angular blocky and the subangular blocky. Lastly, the spear like. The size of this soil particle, it is a granular and crumbly, but it is a very much smaller as compared to all. Let's see the density. It is depending upon the amount of pore spaces in the soil aggregates, the specific gravity of the soil is changed. As the amount of a spaces in increased, the specific gravity of the soil is also decreases. Let's see the soil color. Different soil have a different colors. The color of a soil is mostly due to the presence of iron manganese compound and also the organic matter present in the soil. Next, it is a soil temperature. Soil temperature is measured with the help of soil thermometer. The favorable limit of a soil temperature for a biological activities and growth is from 27 degrees centigrade to 32 degrees centigrade. Next, it is a plasticity. Plasticity is a property of a material which, when subjected to an external force, allows it to be deformed rapidly without a rupturing or the plastic rebound and without a volume change. Plasticity of a soil is depends on amount of clay particle and the moisture percentage present in it. Next, it is a soil consistency. It refers to the consistency of a soil with a various moisture content to a mechanical stasis. It is the best guide for the tillage operation at the time of farming. Let's see the chemical properties of a soil. Soil pH, soil cation exchange capacity, organic carbon content are the chemical properties of a soil. Let's see first soil pH. Soil pH is defined as a negative logarithm of hydrogen ion activity. It is depending upon the concentration of a hydrogen or the hydroxyl ions. Soil pH is determined. When the pH value is lesser than 7, the soil is said to be acidic, and the soil pH above the 7, it is said to be alkaline. The 7 indicates the neutral level. Next, it is a cation exchange capacity. It is a CEC. The capacity of a soil to exchange the cation present in the surrounding medium is known as CEC. Sandy soil have a less CEC than silty and the clayey soil. Organic carbon, the carbon present in the form of organic matter in soil is known as the organic carbon. The organic material may be present in the different forms like leaf litter, plant roots, crop residues, microflora and fauna. Next, it is a biological property, which is the most important property. In addition to the physical and the chemical property, the soil have also biological property. This is depending on the amount of microflora and the fauna present in soil, amount of bacteria like algae and fungi. This population is again depending upon the amount of organic matter. Because of the organic matter is the food of these microorganism it get. The activity of some microorganism are beneficial to each other. Some of the product of a metabolism may serve as a nutrient for plants and other organisms. The organic acids liberated during this biochemical reaction or changes are useful to solubilize the plant nutrients. Thus, the association between different organisms influences the activity of a soil population, and they have the soil property too. Next topic is function of soil. Each soil have to perform a specific functions. It has threefold function to perform the such physical, chemical and biological functions. Let's see the first physical function. It gives the mechanical support for growth of plants. The plants is able to stand erect because of the hold exerted by the soil on a plant root. The plants have ramified and they thus anchored into the soil mass. The soil acts as a reservoir of water and air. The plant absorbs water through their roots. The roots breathe oxygen from the air around the soil mass. Soil also stores sun heat and applies it to the growth of plant. Let's see the chemical functions of soil. Chemically, the soil may be looked upon as a storehouse of a plant nutrient. It contains organic, inorganic compounds. The withering effect of a material of rock and minerals constituents inorganic compounds, while the decaying plant and animal remains furnish the organic compounds. The plant obtains its nutrient from these compounds. The different reactions going on in the soil, it causes decomposition of organic matter, thereby it brings the nutrients in the soil solution and make it available for the plant nutrients and for the nutrition purposes. Lastly, the biological function. Soil is the habitat of a very large number of organisms of both plant and animals origin. Some of the organisms like rodent like mouse, rats, worms, insects, etc. are big, while the other like fungi, bacteria are in microscopic in size. Among the worms, nematodes and earthworm are important organisms for soil surface. They irritate soil and at the same time it disintegrate and mix its constituent by passing large quantity of soil through their bodies and ejecting the same of the surface as a worm cast. The quantity of a soil passed through their bodies is enormous. About 25 tons of earth per hectare per year is turned over by the earthworms, and it is more beneficial for the farmers. The ejected material, it is the more pulverized condition and possesses better fertility than the original soil. This activity of a earthworm leads to the transfer or inversion of a soil from lower layer to surface. These functions impart the dynamic characteristics of a soil, which makes the soil fit for plant growth for future purpose. I hope you have understood the today's topic regarding the soil profile, soil properties and soil function. In coming days we are come up with a new topic in the same chapter, rock and soil. Till then, thank you.